You know that moment when you're crawling through traffic, surrounded by vehicles that all blur together? Gray crossovers, silver SUVs, beige sedans fading into the pavement like they're apologizing for taking up space. Yeah, we've all been stuck there. But here's the truth. You don't have to blend in. You don't have to settle for a car that makes you feel like just another face in the morning gridlock, because some of us still believe that driving should spark something inside. Say hello to the 2026 Alfa Romeo Giulia. This isn't just another four-door. This is what happens when Italian flair collides with relentless engineering, when beauty refuses to accept boring, when a brand that's been racing since 1910 decides to craft something that turns every mile into a moment. Look at those lines. Really take them in. That bold front fascia, the unmistakable Alfa Romeo Scudetto Shield. It's more than styling. It's heritage. It's the same DNA that shaped legends like the Tipo 33 and the 8C. Those flowing curves from hood to tail, not random. They're where aerodynamics and artistry shake hands. This machine was sculpted by wind tunnels and raw air itself. And somewhere in Modena, a designer and an engineer fought passionately over every millimeter until it felt just right. Now, I know what you're thinking. Gorgeous cars are everywhere. So what makes this one stand out? Fair question. Let me answer the way Alfa Romeo does, with numbers that hit hard. Beneath that elegant hood lies a powerhouse, a 2.0-liter turbocharged four-cylinder pushing out 280 horsepower. Or, if you want something truly wild, the Quadrifoglio model, with its Ferrari-influenced twin-turbo V6 unleashing 505 horsepower. 0 to 60 in 3.8 seconds. That's not sedan talk, that's supercar territory. But here's what the specs can't capture. This car feels alive. The steering is beautifully balanced, feeding you every detail of the road. The adaptive suspension reads the surface 1,000 times per second, keeping you steady through corners that would intimidate other sedans. And the 8-speed automatic, it shifts faster than your brain can register. Gentle and refined on your daily drive, razor sharp the moment you drop it into dynamic mode. And that right there is the Giulia's magic. It has two personalities, and both are phenomenal. Monday morning slog through the city, and the Giulia behaves like a gentleman. Plush seats wrapped in rich Italian leather, a cabin that blends luxury with restraint. No cluttered buttons, no overwhelming screens, just clean lines, metal accents, and an 8.8-inch display that gives you what you need without drowning you in options. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and a sound system that turns your music into a performance. But come Friday afternoon, when the highway opens up and that curvy back road calls your name, flip the DNA selector to dynamic. Hear the exhaust tone drop. Feel the steering sharpen. Suddenly, this refined Italian character transforms into something else entirely. A true sports sedan that glides through corners with the grace of a dancer and the punch of a heavyweight. What I really admire about Alfa Romeo, though, is this. They could have chosen the easy route. They could have made the car softer, simpler, more in line with the bland crowd. But they didn't, because Alfa Romeo has this wonderfully stubborn Italian spirit that refuses to compromise on the essentials. Balanced 50-50 weight distribution, a carbon fiber drive shaft, an aluminum chassis lighter than the competition. These aren't features, they're obsessions. This is a brand that would rather create something extraordinary for those who appreciate it than something forgettable for those who don't care. And I'll be honest with you, Alfa Romeo's reliability has been debated over the years, but the 2026 Giulia shows growth, improvement, stronger build quality, refined electronics, longer warranties. This isn't the moody Italian sports car your dad warned you about, the one that lived in the repair shop. This is modern engineering wrapped in timeless Italian character. So let me ask you this. What do you want your car to say about you? Do you want to fade into the background, or do you want heads turning when you arrive? Do you want a car that simply takes you from point A to point B, or one that makes every drive feel like the destination? The 2026 Alfa Romeo Giulia isn't for everybody. It's not supposed to be. It's for the person who still gets a spark from a perfectly timed shift, who smiles at the rumble of a tuned engine, who believes life's too short to drive something dull.
It's for the person who sees that Alfa Romeo badge, the ancient symbol of Milan, and feels something ignite. Passion, pride, excitement. This isn't just a vehicle, it's a declaration, a rebellion against the ordinary, proof that beauty, performance, and practicality can live together in one stunning creation. The 2026 Alfa Romeo Giulia, Cuore Sportivo,